everybody. Good evening to you. It is extremely late here. It is almost midnight, and I've had one heck of a day. I started off with the idea in mind of just doing a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube, but I got hit with a nasty earache headache, and that put me out for quite a while. And now I'm basically doing catch up homework. So I did some more research on the new person I want to cover. My goodness, the taint run deep. The taint runs deep with that one. And took was taking notes. And then Neo Tarot did a reading on Salah, which was very interesting, and I reacted to that. And then the headache came along, and then I'm like, couple of aspirin in the bed sounds like a really good idea right now. And I just woke up. So while I was sleeping, our dear Foodie Beauty did not just one live, but two. Now I peeked at both of the lives. There's not a whole lot going on. Not quite sure why she did two separate lives. So I guess we'll find out as we go. Was checking around on Twitter. From the sounds of it, the chat was kind of giving it to her today, which I'm all for it. I am all for the drama in the chat. Like she came back to Canada and everybody was hoping with their fingers crossed that she would make things a bit more interesting. She hasn't. It's just she's doing the same kind of content that she was doing in Kuwait. She's talking about going back to Kuwait. And people are wondering, is she really going to go back or is she not? Well, theory says that if she's going to go back, if she's able to go back, it's not going to happen until her YouTube payday, which is not for another 6-7 days. So all we have to do is wait another week. And if she's going to go back, she's going to go back on the 22nd, 23rd. If something happened and she can't go back, or something happened between her and Salah, we're going to find out. But if she's going back, y'all, that's going to be when it's going to happen, when she gets paid, because she needs a lot of money for her plane ticket. And here comes Booger. Hi, baby. Hope you guys enjoyed the picture that I posted of Blackie, the adopted outside baby, the feral girl. She's so pretty. Both my girls are pretty. You're pretty too. You're pretty too, Booger. Yes, you are. You're the older, more possessive baby. But I love you. Mwah. She's a big girl. She likes to. I've got a hoodie on, so Booger's all about, you better cuddle me and keep me warm. Cats love warm things. They like warm beds. They like sitting in front of heaters and fireplaces and warm sunspots on the floor and next to windows. I mean, they just love warmth, and I get that. Like I feel that vibe. Mwah. So I'm all nice and warm, and she's up here to help me react and keep me from getting too aggravated at Chantal, because that's easy to do. So we're going to go over some stuff on Twitter, and then we'll move on to the live. And since I am one of those individuals that I wait until after she's done, and I rarely jump in and react to her as she's in progress. I only do that when I feel like it's something that she's going to dirty delete. The live that I'm going to be reacting to right now, it's an hour and 22 minutes. We are cutting out 20 minutes of that because the first 20 minutes of the live, she's sitting in a park or by the side of the road or something, and she's eating pizza. You guys know how I feel about her eating content. If I can just cut it out, I will. There's no interesting dialogue or conversation going on while she's eating pizza, so that's easy. Just throw that part away. So we're cutting out part of the live and getting straight to the part where she gets back in her car after eating the pizza and starts talking. But let's get into the Twitter stuff first, okay? All right, so let me just pull up Twitter. All kinds of interesting stuff on Twitter. Good stuff, happy stuff, foodie stuff. consider this like little palate cleansers before we get into Chantal, as well as get into the Chantal stuff. So DX on Twitter likes to give the recaps of the lives for those who don't want to watch the live. They help people, keep up on things. This is part of the recap from DX, saying she's angrily ranting because some girl on TikTok is idolized because she's pretty and has nice hair. She's super pressed about this random woman. Why is Foodie pressed over a woman that doesn't even know that Foodie exists and doesn't talk about her? Chantal just seems to have a habit of, if no one is talking about her, if she has nothing to talk about, she will go out of her way to find something to rant on. So I haven't watched all of the live yet. If she's going off about some random woman on TikTok, Foodie, you are just reaching for the drama, aren't you? You really are. Whoever this woman might be on TikTok, she's just minding her business and posting her TikTok. What is going on? Are you jealous? Because she might be on TikTok with lots of followers and she's entertaining people and people like her and she happens to be attractive. Let's tell the truth, Chantal. If you could trade places with anyone, you would. You don't like yourself. You don't like your life for various reasons. You look at other people. You look at what they have. You look at who they are and you covet. And coveting is always a bad idea. To covet something or someone means like there's jealousy, there's envy. You want something that is not in your grasp, but you're not willing to work to get something similar or to get that thing. You see somebody with a certain lifestyle or having certain things and you covet. And coveting it's pointless. It's stupid to covet how other people live and what other people have. It makes much more sense to work on yourself. Then you won't feel jealousy and envy. You'll have a really great life and you won't be looking towards other people and feeling that ugly, green-eyed jealousy. Rants about materialism and how you shouldn't rely on things to make you happy. Starts crapping on people who bought the Stanley Cups. Oh no, not the Stanley Cups. Yeah, look, anybody out there buying the Stanley Cups, you do you. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. It's one of those things that I'm like, I don't understand the appeal. I know it's a trend type of thing. People were getting kind of nuts over that. And I've already heard that the people that were buying the Stanley Cups, they've already moved on to another trend. But when that trend was going on, it was just absolute insanity. People going nuts over, a thermal cup. And I heard that the handles for the Stanley Cups were breaking and they contain lead and just all this stuff. But not Foodie talking about other people and materialism when back in the day when she was making 20, 30 grand a month, she was buying so much stuff off of Amazon that she had box mount 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in her house. And buying stuff off of Torrid, most of which she never wore. So going after other people's sense of materialism, at the same time, she's bought thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in stuff that she never even used. The hypocrisy, oh my God. DX goes on to say, whatever place she was going for ice cream is closed. So she sits in the parking lot and brainstorms what to have a bee moment on. Really? This is why she needs to go to inpatient. If you give Chantal room to do her own thing, usually her own thing means harmful behavior, hurting other people or hurting herself. You leave her alone. If she's bored, if she's upset, if she's sad, if she's lonely, she's got one type of medicine for all those issues. One coping mechanism, one coping skill, and it's not good for her. I guess someone in chat said they know where she is, so she's leaving the area. More in-seat filming as she goes to get a sandwich. Yeah, I did notice that during the live when I was peeking at it. She gets in her car, and there was one point during one of her lives where she said she had to go to the bathroom. She had the camera still on, the live running, and it was like, what do you do? There was no telling where she went. She was in the middle of nowhere. So did you like park in the forest or something and do your business, Chantal? Jolie says, why would Tracy, Chantal's number 2 beezer, think it's funny to joke about having an affair with Salah? Weird. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty. I said Salah's next pick-me would be Melee or Tracy TX. I know they are being sarcastic here, but I honestly believe it. Chantal is more delusional than I thought if she thinks her young husband is waiting celibate for her. So what are the comments that everybody's talking about? Okay, blow up here. Let's see. It starts off here with Tracy telling Chantal, I have something to tell you. I have been sneaking around behind your back with Salah. Salah then immediately jumps in and says, Tracy, don't give more content for the loser haters because the zombies would believe it immediately. Tracy then says, sorry about that, Salah. Salah comes back to her with, Tracy, no need to be sorry. It's okay. They have no lives and feel sorry for them. You know what, Salah? You were the big idiot. You were the big idiot. You decided out of all the women in the world to mess around with, instead of doing it privately away from YouTube, you decided to not only eat the forbidden fruit, but you ate the forbidden fruit in the forbidden garden known as Foodie Beauty's Garden of Eden with all her beezers. You chose a beezer, somebody online who had access to the internet, and all of that stuff got exposed with Kai Bella. You chose to do that, you big fool. All of that stuff came out. And hey, once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a runaround, play around, always a runaround, play around. You got a wandering eye and you're looking around for your next target, your next lover. And we all know you don't have any kind of chemistry with Chantal. You're not attracted to her. You'll touch everybody but her. You've been caught once going after a beezer. Why wouldn't you do it again? Why wouldn't you? Okay, this is something cool from nature is amazing. It's just a cockatoo eating a croissant. Mind your business. You know, it's eating a croissant and getting ready for work. You know, it just needs a cup of coffee. That's funny. Cockatoos are funny animals. They got personality. Okay, Milk Tea Notoriety Services, Milk Tea, saying a quick Google says there is a 5+ year waiting list with her needing to check in every year to stay on the list. And there are the income limits. So if she does apply, it tells us something about her income. Maybe why she hasn't made that many videos to show lower income. Oh. He connected to Milk Tea says the farms may think that the HR appointment is for housing registry in Ottawa or for filing, sorting out taxes. 2 likely options. It is for sure not an HR job. Well, that could be. So Chantal showed us a shot of her journal, and it did say HR in it. Now, it could be H&R Block. I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind. It could be something for housing. We're going to know by her next paycheck. If she's waiting on the next paycheck to go back to Kuwait and she goes back over there, then we'll know that's what she was waiting on. So it's just a wait and see game, and we're not going to have to wait that long. Jolie says, back to multiple lives. What's going on? Well, she's money hungry. That's what. DX has a further recap saying, Salah is in chat being a little biatch as usual, replying to women as Chantal drives around talking in the Sam voice, talking directly to chat. It's boring AF. Chat is complaining about timeouts and bans. She seems smug, seeing that her chat has slowed and trolling has stopped. I don't know why she would be happy about that. She needs all the views she can get. But go ahead and make yourself broke, Chantal. DX says, okay, I gotta go. She says, chugging some water after finishing her cone. She says she wants to go shopping, but she'll see us soon. She also says, I mean, obviously I know I shouldn't be eating that, but anyways, okay, bye, see you later. So does this all sound exciting to you guys? DX, another recap saying she's smug AF right now. Salah is banning comment after comment. She's laughing and calling people in chat dramatic. There's a lot of hate today. People have been going in on both live streams and is visibly getting to her. Good. Good. Florida Salt and Sass says cheat days are for dieting, not for diabetics. There are no cheat days with diabetes. That said, Chantal, every day has been a cheat day for you. Like she's justifying her behavior, either saying it's a cheat day or I'm craving this. You know, like if you want to do something, you're going to find a reason to do it if you really don't want to keep away from it. And you guys can see the screenshot right here. She's a diabetic, high blood sugar, eating a gigantic ice cream cone. DX says, we eat a pizza at the public park and immediately go for ice cream. She says the doctors thought she had ketoacidosis, but it was definitely a big something. Allegedly gave the family norovirus. Her chat is full of hate and trolls today, and it puts her in a crap mood. Salah might live stream. Oh, is he now? Go ahead, Scatman. Go ahead and live stream. We're waiting. All right. So that's it for the catch up. It didn't take too terribly long. Let's go on to the live stream itself. And don't worry, y'all. If it gets boring, she starts talking in that annoying voice, she starts singing, I'll just put her on mute or I'll fast forward. I am not afraid to make her videos shorter. You know, there's another live stream I have to deal with. So if we can get through this one fairly quick, I'm okay with that. We don't have to stretch it out like a piece of bubble gum. We can just, you know, just let it happen and just get some nuggets of information and then go. All right, let's do this.
It's a little dirty. Sorry. I feel dirty. I want to change. My car's always dirty. No, it's not bad.
She's this out of breath just getting back into her car. She was just sitting outside the car eating some pizza, and she's out of breath like she just ran to her car. You weren't running, you were walking.
Monet, because we don't want to be here in Canada. Like, I don't want to be here. So he respects that and will live in Kuwait. People think he's dying to come here. He's not.
He wants to come to Canada. You just don't want him in Canada. You are so deathly afraid of him leaving you. You're so afraid. And Chantal, right now, there's a lot of unrest in the Middle East. There's a lot of conflict. Things are getting a bit dangerous. So if you are a married woman and you're in Canada and you want to be with your husband, why wouldn't you want to live in Canada with your husband where it might be a tad bit safer? Why would you want to live with your husband in a place that right now things are not safe for either one of you? It's not that he wants to stay in Kuwait. He's already expressed the desire to go elsewhere, to do traveling. He wants to get out of Kuwait. You just don't want him out of Kuwait because of your jealousy, your insecurity. You're afraid of him leaving you. So, in true Chantal fashion, being the control freak that you are, you're going to try to keep him in a place where he may not be exposed to certain freedoms or more women, and there might be a greater chance that he would leave you faster.
We want to live in Kuwait. Why? It's, you know what it is? It's unfathomable for people to believe that I want to live in the Middle East instead of here. As if there's nowhere in the world that's better to live, you know? No, I don't want to be, like, we want to live there. That's why, basically. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound snappy, but that's basically why.
She's trying to convince herself of the fact that he doesn't want to come to Canada. Oh, he does. And if he could come to Canada without her, he'd be all over it.
Best thing to eat in Canada? Shepherd's pie. And poutine. Maybe the bird, yeah. You know, I know nobody gets it. That's fine. That's okay. Savannah, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I love Middle Eastern culture, so I don't see it that way.
You know, it's just so weird, Chantal. You fetishize the culture in the Middle East. At the same time, you do everything in your power to stay away from it. You're forever in that house doing your mukbangs. You don't go out. You don't talk to people. You don't make friends. You were over there for over a year. You don't have a social circle. You don't have any women friends. So I'm very curious about why you say some of the things that you say. You don't immerse yourself in the culture. You just want to live in a country thousands of miles from your own to get away from the tax man.
That a lot of you do. Why did it back me up again? Hey, Foxy. It's not any more boring than here. Like, what can I do there that I can't really do here?
You know, if I were Salah, while she's in Canada, I would be busy packing up that apartment, getting Julia and Harry the heck out of there, pack up whatever stuff I have there, and disappear into the night. He's had 3 or 4 tries thus far where he could have done that. Just pack up his stuff and talk to the family, and maybe they could hide him somewhere away from her. Then she would have to let go. You got a window of time, Salah, but she might be trying to get back over there. You got like 5, 6, 7 days. Unless this thing is already over and she's not ready to tell us if she has any thought of going back over there, you've got over a week to pack and get out of that place. And don't look back, sir. Don't look back. I mean, you're both scammers. And your time around, Chantal, I feel it was a life lesson wrapped in sandpaper. And that's the kind of gift you don't want a second time. But here is your window of time to get away from her if you really want to get away. You know, if you want to get away from her and the money seduction is not working anymore, if you could break away from that greed that you have, that worry that, oh, if I hop off the Chantal train, the moment I hop off, it's going to get good. Trust me, it's not going to get good. She's lost her health. She's lost her fire for life. It's not like you hop off the train and the next thing you know, she's making $1 million. She will never see the amount of money that she once had. Like she's been declining for a while. You hop off the train, nothing bad's going to happen. And she's not going to make a tremendous amount of money that you're going to be missing out on. So if that's the reason why you're on the train, you might want to hop off now.
Drive around, I guess. I won't be going to any clubs or doing any partying while I'm here, so like that's not my idea of fun. So nothing wrong if it's yours. I don't mean to sound snobby. Like I find sometimes I can sound snobby without meaning to, but
so Passion Tim says you had personality here. In Kuwait, it's blah. So people in chat are calling her out. Look, they're telling her the things that were happening in Kuwait were boring. Your content was boring. People have been telling her this over and over and over again. The reactors have told her. The audience has told her. The reaction audience has said it. Her audience has said it. And this is her only source of income, unless there's another source, meaning the feedy people. But she doesn't care. She honestly doesn't care. You know, when your audience is coming forward and a lot of them are saying the same things, take their comments as constructive criticism and really think about what you're doing. You're not doing the content for you, Chantal. You're doing it for other people. So if those other people come forward and say, I'm not enjoying this, it's boring, you got to stop and think about that.
Yeah, we enjoy different things. Like we don't want to make like no, like he can't come here right now. We have like who's gonna look after Julia for that long? It's a stress bringing her here. Like we're just not prepared for that in any way. And like we don't want to do that right now. We want to travel to. We have a few countries in mind, like we did with Thailand. We wanted to go. We executed the plan and we went. So now we're gonna do that with another country. Yeah, thanks, Sissy Fits. They don't have lemon tea. That's okay. I probably shouldn't smoke it anyways. I'm not happier in Canada. That's a lie.
Well, you're not happy in Canada. You weren't happy in Kuwait. So where exactly are you happy? You weren't happy with Salah. You're not happy by yourself. I mean, is there a happy place for you? Is there a happy state of mind? Because I haven't seen it yet. And I've been watching you for 8 years. I mean, the only time I saw that you were happy was when you were doing the gummies. And when you're having like moments with yourself with the food. But those moments of happiness were not positive. And it was distraction happiness. It wasn't true happiness. You were distracting yourself and you would feel like a burst of happiness, like a firework, and then it was gone. And then you reach for another firework and another firework. And like you're chasing the tail of the dragon, but never quite catching it.
No, I'm not going to give up Julia. We're not moving to Malaysia. Who said that? You people just assume things. It's not true. I want to see that beautiful tree. Live trees. They don't have like anything on them right now. It's just like a bunch of. And did you notice all the seagulls are gone right now? Yeah, I have to like involve myself more in Kuwait. Yeah, for sure. Now, I know it's going to be hot in the summer, but what we can do, there's like early morning, it's not that hot. It's not bad. It gets really bad around 9. So, and then when the sun goes down, it's more bearable. Like it's bearable at night. It's like still in the 30s, but it's not like 40s.
Yeah, but the problem is, Chantal, you're not exactly an early bird type of person. You are a night owl. You stay up late at night. You're up till wee hours of the morning. That means you're sleeping all day. So you're not going to do anything during the day. You're going to sleep through the day and then maybe go out late at night. Maybe. You like the darkness. You like going out at night. That way there's less chance of somebody seeing you. You like to hide in the shadows.
Between 40 and 50. So, and then
And thinking about that for just a second, if she goes back to Kuwait, like what do we have to look forward to as far as content? If she's going back over there, the spring is turning into the summer. And Kuwait, that means temperatures of 110, 120, 130 degrees. And even someone like myself, that I grew up in Florida and I've lived in Cali and I've dealt with 100-degree weather, and I'm much smaller than Chantal. I can't even imagine her trying to go outside and deal with all that. Even at night, it's not that cool. It cools down just a little, but not that much. Like, what have we got to look forward to? More mukbangs inside during the day when it's really hot, and her barely stepping outside at night. Because she's not the kind of person that she's going to think outside the box and think of fun nighttime activities to show people. That's why people are telling her, please don't go back to Kuwait. It's not Kuwait's fault. It's just that she is an unimaginative, not creative person. She's very unhealthy. And so her options for being fun and interesting are kind of limited. She's not going to brainstorm and bring something new to the table. It's just she's going to use the heat as the perfect excuse to stay inside and do nothing. She's in Canada. She's got the chance to get people interested in her content again, and she's not doing it. All she can think about is Salah, Salah, Salah. Oh, I got to get back to Salah. But why? Why? Chantal, I saw you over there in Kuwait. You were not happy. Since you've been back in Canada, is your content boring? Yes. But do you seem more at ease? Yeah. You may be bored out of your mind, not knowing what to do, not having a place to stay. But you've got freedom to get in your car and drive around and go places. You didn't have that freedom in Kuwait. You can't tell me that freedom doesn't make you happy. It does. If Salah could be there with you right now, you wouldn't want to go back to Kuwait.
Can also I don't mind being in our apartment though, really. Like, go as long as I go out once in a while. But we want to do things for sure. Like, we have plans now that the minute I get back there, I have so many things I got to do.
Chantal, I don't think Salah wants you to come back. I mean, he's not stupid. He's got to realize what a risk you are having around. Like, at any moment, a medical event could occur and you could lose your life. And that's something I'm sure he doesn't want to deal with. Like, your health is just that bad. So I'm sure he's hoping that something happens and you get denied entry into Kuwait, and that way you won't be a problem for him.
So, yes. It's so beautiful and clean. Thank you. Yeah. 3 a.m. bees. It's not going to be Housebound Arc. Honestly, I don't think I would.
Yeah, you're right. It's not going to be Housebound Arc. It's going to be Bedbound Arc. If she goes back to Kuwait and she eats the way that she's been eating, she can be bedbound in less than 6 months.
I'd be doing a lot here either. I just have to get out and do more. It doesn't matter where I am, like, I don't know. I guess here I have my car. That's the only thing, you know? But whatever. I don't really care. I like being passenger, you know? It depends on the person, though. Sometimes, like, some people, I fear being passenger with them. Yeah. Country clubs? Yeah, ALR vlogs in her apartment, exactly. Just because I'm in my apartment doesn't mean that, you know, like I have to leave my apartment. I don't know.
Well, you know what? That's actually true, Chantal. If you were highly creative, and I mean highly, you could think your way around a problem. You would think outside the box and say, okay, I'm in my apartment. It's too hot to go outside. What can I do in my apartment? Oh, there's a lot of things you could do in your apartment. If you want to get your health together, you could get stuff to work out with and put it in your apartment, and you wouldn't have to go outside to walk. You could get your health together and be on YouTube and get paid to get your health together through monetization. You could do that. There's a lot of things you could do in your apartment. It's just that you're giving us nothing. You're not even rage anymore. You know, it's like you have a very limited range as far as interesting content. The rages were the most interesting thing, and you don't even have the energy for that anymore. So what are we left with?
Actually, I don't understand why people like complain, like they watch somebody's content and then complain they don't like it. Like, if you really just want to see somebody out and about all the time, then watch somebody who goes out.
Well, that's because you used to be interesting, Chantal. You used to be interesting. You used to try. You used to honestly try. Like you would sit down and go, what can I do to keep people watching me? What crazy, bizarre, odd, gross thing can I do to get people to watch me? You would just sit there and think and think and think, and now you don't even think anymore. That's what people miss. They miss the interesting, weird, bizarre, odd content. And you could do any of that without the chemicals. Chemicals don't have to be included. I mean, you are a person. The possibilities are endless here. But you have to look at yourself, see what you're capable of, see the environment that you have to work with, and find something that works. Because the mukbangs aren't it. The mukbangs are boring. You're catering to the feedy people. That's obvious. You're using your YouTube channel as a portal to get in front of those feedy people. And then once you get in front of them and they get introduced to you, they contact you through email, through Instagram. They send you money through PayPal, maybe pay you for some custom content. You got your little side hustle. But you're being an idiot about that too. It's stupid because doing that kind of content, whether it's publicly or privately, you are destroying your health for the sake of strangers that you will never meet. You are compromising your health and your body for someone you don't even know to satisfy their fetish. They care about their fetish. They don't care about you. You're destroying your health for them for a little bit of cash that you then turn around and buy more food and destroy your health further. But what about the other people in your audience that they don't have a food fetish? They just want to see interesting content. You could do a variety of things that have nothing to do with food. You're not thinking about them. You're so busy catering to the 25% of the the feedy people, you're forgetting about the 75% that are still on your channel. They just want to see you do good. They want to see you get healthy, but you keep effing off and flipping them the middle finger and keeping them concerned and keeping them worried about your well-being, when in all honesty, you don't care about your well-being. You really, really don't. Your health is at a critical point and you don't give a crap.
Out and about all the time. You know? Like, I don't know. I can't make everyone happy. That's for sure.
And can I just make an observation? I'm watching the chat right now, and I see a lot of people in her chat saying there's unrest in the Middle East. Don't go back. They're so worried that she'll go back and she might get caught up in stuff going on over there. And I think Chantal is playing a very sick, manipulative game. She likes for people to worry over her, because in her mind, if people are worried over her, then that means they'll tune in over and over to watch her to make sure she's okay. But she herself is not going to take steps to make sure that she is all right. She's not going to take care of her well-being. She wants to put herself in harm's way and have people worry of something bad happening to her. That's why I feel bad for those of you that are her subs. She purposely keeps herself sick so you guys will worry over her. She'll put herself in bad situations so you guys will worry over her. This is a constant with Chantal. An absolute constant. You're never going to tune into her channel and she says, I'm doing good today, y'all. I feel really good. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Let's do something positive today. I've got nothing to complain about. Never will you hear those words from Chantal. She's always going to come online and complain about her health. Oh, my sciatica, my back hurts. I caught the norovirus. I've got C. diff. My diabetes is out of control. I've got high blood sugar. I've got high blood pressure. I felt dizzy. I have problems with my vision. I mean, you're going to hear a list of problems that not a single one of you in the audience can do anything about. She always come at you and complain at you, at the same time not helping herself. Never. And you know what? I saw something on Twitter. Can you guys give me a moment, please? I know I saved this. Where did I find it? Can you please give me a moment? Hold on. There's a whole bunch of Twitter stuff I didn't include. I just breezed right past it. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's stop this stream for a minute. Let's go back on over to Twitter, because there's a lot of stuff I screwed up. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't see. I forgot about. Let's go back over there. She's not being interesting anyway. Who cares? This tweet from Yup Yup. Foodie Beauty would actually be required to sign a pledge not to convert her tourist visa into a permanent residency while visiting Kuwait. So unless Scat Band sponsors her on a family visa, she'll always remain a tourist. So here's a little clip from the SIA Sat Daily. Visit must be approved under certain terms and conditions. Providing a travel ticket round trip on airlines affiliated with national airlines, a national carrier, a written pledge not to demand that these visits be converted into permanent residence in the country, pledge to adhere to the duration of the visit. Visitor treatment will be provided in private hospitals and health centers, and it will not be allowed in government hospitals. But there's one thing that I was looking for. Here we go. No, that's not it. Wait a minute. There's one part that I saved. Sorry, y'all. I don't know exactly where it's at. But it had to do with the way she treats her chat. Like the fact that she's always using her chat members as her therapy when she shouldn't. But I can't find it right now, but it was very well written. Doggone it, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there's a weaver bird. I'll find it later. I will. I'll find it later. Sorry. I was just looking for that because I thought that was important. Sorry about that, y'all. We're going to go back to the live stream now. Here's some more of her nonsense. All right, let's go.
The pizza's gone. It's finito, Stacey Lee. What do you mean I don't vlog? I just did a vlog yesterday and the day before that. And my channel's full of vlogs. That's all I do is vlogs. Vlogs, mukbangs, and live streams.
Are you talking about the vlog you put out the other day where half the footage in that 10-minute video was old footage that you took when you were in Kuwait? That one? Oh, and this another little side issue. And this is nothing. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but people have been asking this question on Twitter. So there's been some comments of people noticing that Chantal's chest looks abnormally big. People are saying, what's going on with her boobs? I think I have the answer to that mystery. And this answer is based on her past history and behavior. So I remember way back in the day when Chantal was living at the villa, she liked to buy bras that did not fit right. The bands, that's the part that goes that goes around you. The bands were always way too tight. Band wise, they were way too small. But interestingly enough, the cups will always be way too big. So why would she get bras where the cups were like way too big? Well, Chantal liked to say that she liked to tuck her. This is her words now, not mine. She used to say that she liked to tuck the fat into the cups or something, and she would just tuck things into the cups. But I do remember her buying bras where the cups were always way too big. Now, if you are a person and you're buying a bra and you're buying a bra that the cup sizes are way too big, if they're too big and you don't have enough boobage to fill them out, they will sit above your boob and like just be sitting like up above it like this. And I think that's what's going on here with Chantal. That she's got on a bra with, like the cups are way too big. She's wearing a cup size that has to be 2 or 3 sizes bigger than her natural shape. And that's what's going on with it looking very puffed out. Anyway, that's just my theory. Just want to throw that out there.
Like a mixture, Yeah. You know what? I really wanted salad rolls. Aisha, loyalty bees, I remember for 14 months. Ready, set, rebees, Aisha. You didn't use your rebees to say anything. Thank you. It's not only mukbangs, West Coast lass. Even if the mukbangs outweigh the vlogs, they're still vlogs. Vlogs from Kuwait when you're stuck in. Yeah, I can do like day in the life stuff. If it's boring, then I understand. You don't have to watch it, I just want to you know what? I'm just gonna do like content that I want to do. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm literally just vlogging my life. If you find it boring, fine. Like, you know, some people will, some people won't, you know, and that's all I can do is just.
You know, you can tell that Chantal's kind of got that side hustle, because once upon a time when she didn't have the side hustle and YouTube was her everything, she cared about her content. Like, she was on it, you know, finding that formula that works and sticking to the formula and making sure to stream or post every day. She was on it. But I honestly think she's got the side hustle, the feedy side hustle. And again, just using YouTube as a portal to get in front of the feedy people, you know, to make the introductions. And then once they go around the back door and meet her there and pay her for the content, like, that's where the real money's being made. YouTube is just like whatever money. But it is the front door to meet people with that particular food fetish. But she used to care more about her audience. She used to care more about her content and making sure it was somewhat interesting. She doesn't care any further. And you can tell by the way she's talking. She's like, well, I'm going to do the content I want to do. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. Yeah, but you want people to watch. You want people to get into your content. You want people to give you the views. And it's really strange, Chantal. You go on TikTok, you're always looking around for the viral trends. You even put certain tags on your videos trying to go viral or get into different communities on YouTube, get into different algorithms, and yet your content stays boring. You're marketing yourself, but yet you're not offering up a product worth marketing. Do you see the disconnect? Marketing yourself, but then when you attract a crowd, you're not doing what you need to do to keep the crowd. It makes no sense.
Do my best and do what I want to do, you know? Swiss Chalet. Okay, Krista. Do you have a plan if full out war breaks out while you're there? I generally worry about you. Oh, thank you. Hey, Meep! I miss ya. Oh yeah, the war question. No, I don't have a plan. I mean, I guess I'll have to see what my options are, you know. I don't know. I'm not really afraid of that. Because, oh, a little blackbird just stole the pizza crust. I don't know. I'm just not. I could never be here. And then, like, Salah and Howie and Julia, they're all there during that chaos. I could not leave them there. No way. But I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay, guys. It's not, you know, people are just like, there's some of it, it's not true. Like, there's no, like, as of right now, it might happen, but there's no suspended flights, like, to Kuwait or, you know, from Kuwait or whatever. So, yeah. Some people feel entitled.
You know, Chantal, every single time you go back and forth from Kuwait to Canada and then Canada back again to Kuwait, it's an expensive trip. You got to spend at least $2,000 plus per visit. And if something does go down in the Middle East and things start to get dangerous, you don't exactly have the money to just get on a plane and get out right then and there. Everybody's saying, don't go back, don't go back. It's not the safest time right now. But all you could think about is, what's Salah doing? I want to be next to him. Well, you could be next to him. It doesn't mean he wants to be next to you.
It'll do your life. Yeah, that's true actually though. Whatever makes you happy.
You know what? Thank you for bringing that up. This person in the chat. And is it Andre Marie says, whatever makes you happy. I was hoping for the Sam unification arc, but it is what it is. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Because I have a question. All this talk about her getting Sam back. She swears that Sam is with somebody that she knows. She's getting updates about Sam. Question. If that is still your pet, if you still have access to him, why haven't you gone to visit him at least once? Why haven't you put him on live stream? Why are there no like individual videos? If you have access to Sam, why is there no like update like, oh, I miss Sam so much. I went to go see him because I missed him. Why haven't we seen any of that on your channel? Could it be because you lied about Sam and he's with a foster and you're never getting him back?
Happy. I was hoping for the Sam unification. I know. It's just put on hold for now. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Buy RV Dan to drive around and live.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea. So Stacy Lee sent a super sticker saying, buy an RV van to drive around and live in. You know, I understand why you're giving her that suggestion, Stacy, but I can tell you, RV van life, it's a bit rough. It's difficult for a lot of people. It's a lot of adjusting. Chantal is far too spoiled and coddled and soft. She's not self-sufficient. She would not know what to do with that van life. She really would not.
That's a good idea, Stacy. Thanks for the super chat. Peace.
No, not good for you.
Welcome. I'd be afraid. Thank you. Well, yeah, when there's no question, you know. Good night. Oh no, I thought someone was saying good night. I just worry for you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be all right though. No, I can't just stay in Canada because it's not what I want to do. Why would I do something like that other people want me to do? You know, I can get well there.
You know, it's a shame though that Foodie is not in a place health-wise where she could do something interesting like being in an RV camper. Like she could just can it'd be more interesting than what she's doing right now. Like imagine her just driving like I'm going to drive to some random place in Canada. I have no idea what this place is like, but we're going to go there and see what's going on. Like her just showing up there like what is in this place and what's going on here? You know, like taking us on adventures. Like it's something different every day. Like, oh, I've been researching these. I'm going to visit all the different cities and towns in Canada, as many as possible. I want to explore all of Canada. So let's just take 6 months and drive all over Canada and see everything there is to see. I mean, that would be content for a while. That'd be much better than her sitting around doing the doggone mukbangs, wouldn't it? She could just show up there as a novice. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's here. Talk to people. That would require her being social, though, and she's not a social person. But that would be interesting content.
I don't see myself like, you know, it just depends. Yeah. So, no, I can't. My blood sugar was higher, like, when I first got to the hospital because of the fact that one, I was stupid and picked up a strawberry lemonade.
Okay, so keep an eye on the chat. This person, Miss Goody, says put a 1 in the chat if you want Chantal to stay in Canada. So you're probably going to see a whole slew of ones start to pop up and wonder what is going on. That's what's going on.
Like a fruit juice from Booster Juice, but it was like all real fruit, but it was still high in sugar. And when your body's under stress and sick, your blood sugar tends to be higher. So then by the time I left the hospital, when I got there, it was like 17. And then when I left the hospital, it went down to...
Are you seeing this, Chantal? I know you're over there, just you like to hear yourself talk, but look, this person says put a 1 in the chat if you want Chantal to stay in Canada, take care of her health. Look at all the ones that are already popping up. A lot of your beaters are saying they don't want you to go.
Like 12. So there's little blackbirds like fighting over the pizza crust. I feel bad. Oh, sorry, Tracy. What'd you say? The CPAP needs to be on Canadian soil.
You know what I'm noticing? People are not talking about her PayPal scam. They're not talking about it. They're not saying, hey, you said you're going to put down a deposit on a place and you needed money for your new place. And that's why we sent money. Nobody's calling her out for that. This is why she waited a few days after she did what she did so people would forget about it. And then after waiting a few days, suddenly she also got sick and went to the hospital. That was another diversion tactic, and it looks like it worked. Nobody's calling her out for the PayPal scam.
Would I stand on the front line? I wouldn't be allowed to. I'm not in the military. People think I'm just gonna go there. What? No, I wouldn't be on the front line. No. I'm not saying I want to go and be in a war. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just not afraid of... I don't know. Maybe I'll feel different one if it really happened. Like right now, I'm like, don't think that anything will happen. You know? The way people view Kuwait as some desert nightmare is racist and condescending. Kuwait has a higher rate of living standards than most Western cities. I know, SB. That's why I don't bother like explaining anymore, because like unless you've experienced it, you don't really like understand, you know? And like before I traveled to the Middle East, I had these preconceived notions of it as well. And it took me going there and living there to like appreciate living there more. And I don't think people...
I wouldn't exactly call what you were doing as living there. You were isolating yourself there. You weren't getting out, meeting people, doing things. You were isolating yourself there. You were hiding from the tax man. You were there to control your little romance scammer partner in crime. But you were certainly not living there.
Understand how that could ever be a possibility, especially somebody like me who used to be so wild, you know, like huge train wreck of the friggin' internet, you know. So
yeah, about that, can I just give my comments about that, Chantal? I gotta tell you, you've been on YouTube for what, 7, 8 years? And for someone like yourself that you're not extraordinarily talented as far as something creative. You're not an artist, you're not a singer, you're not a dancer. Your talent lies in being a complete train wreck, being a lolcow. For someone with no true artistic talents, you managed to get on YouTube, make a big channel, and keep people interested for several years. So you took that lack of talent and you stretched it out for years. And you haven't been able to go beyond that. You've taken things to the utmost boundaries where you could take it. Like you've run out of the drama. You know, your soap opera has gotten boring. There's no twists or plot lines anymore. It's the same recycled garbage. and people are they're falling out of interest. Look, I'm going to say this. It's not. I'm not saying it kindly nor unkindly. Your time has come. Honestly, like, you had a good run, you made a lot of money, you were interesting for a minute, but you were a trend that rode piggyback on top of another trend. And you and Amberlyn Reed, once upon a time, the two of you were two ladies that a lot of people watched. The whole community sprung up around you. But your time has come. Like, you've run out of ideas, you run out of energy. You don't know how to kickstart the engine again. People are losing interest really, really fast. And you know it, you hear about it, and you're not doing anything to fix it. So, I mean, what is there to do? Honestly, what is there to do? What can you do to get people interested in you again? Have you just resigned yourself to, I know that I can post a video and get this much in views and get a certain amount per day, and it doesn't matter if I do a video just showing the blank side of a wall or watching grass grow, I'm still going to get a certain income? Is that where you are? Is that what's going on here? You're just like, I'll just throw something, whatever, up, and I'll make a certain amount of views out of it, and I know it, and I can average that out, and I can average out my paycheck, and as long as I've got that amount, I can survive. I think that is where you are. I don't think you want to go any higher. I don't think you want to do any more. You've given up. You're burnt out. It's weird. You're entitled, but you're also burnt out. But you're too broke. You can't take a break and rejuvenate yourself and take care of yourself. So you just keep going. You should have figured out long ago that a time would come when you could not do YouTube anymore, or the money was not going to be as good, and prepare for, but you never prepared, ever.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. I was trying cooking my meals and things. I like my kitchen there. I like having a domestic routine. I find it like healthy. When I was doing it, I do fall off and just like have lazy days. I call them seal days. Seal days are up.
No, she's singing. I love the mute button, don't you? I love the mute button. It's so great.
I should. Really, Hissy Fits? No, he's not going to be rehomed again. He's staying where he is.
Thank God.
It's a foster.
You know, Chantal, if you know anything about fosters, once you surrender a pet to an organization or a group and a foster takes them on, you don't get that pet back. A foster takes on an animal. Sometimes the animal becomes what's known as a foster fail. The foster falls in love with the animal and they decide, you know what, this is your permanent home. But the whole idea of a foster is they take care of the pet, and then the pet gets transferred to perhaps a permanent home at some point. So you're not getting Sam back. If he's with a true foster, you're not getting him back. No one is going to throw down money at a vet clinic to get a cat lion shaved, get his medical care, just to go, oh, you're the neglectful owner that surrendered your pet? Oh, I'm so sorry. This pet belonged to you first. We'll just give him back, even though we spent hundreds of dollars at the vet. Here, have your pet back. Oh, no. No, that's not happening. That is not happening. Why would anybody give Sam back to you anyway? You don't know what's going on with you. You don't know if you're staying in Canada, going back to Kuwait and traveling. Even if you were to stay in Canada, you have no place to live. So why take on a pet when you don't even know where you're going to be living? I mean, just stop talking about it, please.
I would say take me first, because if war broke out, yeah, I would feel like if I had to fight for my family, I probably would. I don't know. I'd get in shape or something and try my best. You know, just
Yeah,
because.
I always thought that was weird, Chantal. I always thought that was very strange about you. You are a narcissistic person. You know, your ego could fill a 3-story house. It's just that big. For someone who's such a narc, and vain, you don't take care of yourself. You want a man in your life, and yet you will not do simple, basic things to A, attract a man, and B, keep a man. You've been with how many men so far? And they've all had the same complaints about you. They want you to get healthy. They want you to lose weight. They want you to take a shower. They want you to brush your teeth. They want you to be clean and hygienic. And you would think someone like yourself, that you want love and companionship so badly, that in order to get that, you would do those things, but you don't. I always thought that was very strange. You want these things so badly. And these men in your life are saying, hey, I'm not going to touch you as long as you don't take a shower. And you got to brush your teeth. And it would be nice if you lost some of the weight and got healthy so we can go off and go do things. You know, these are reasonable criticisms and complaints, and yet you refuse to do those things. So you're never going to find what you're looking for. And if you do, you're not going to be able to keep it. You've got a lot more problems than just your weight. You've got a lot of issues you need to work out. A lot of toxic issues, hang-ups that drive people away. But you're not working on none of them. You know, angry people always end up alone for a reason. And is it any wonder why you're alone? Because you're always mad. You're always miserable.
I'm short and fat and out of shape doesn't mean I can't do something. I could like hide somewhere and throw things at people. You enjoy being married? Well, I mean, it's not just about, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I love being married. I love being with Salah and I love being married. I love living there. And I like a lot of things about it. So, I don't know.
Can y'all give me just a moment, please? Okay, do y'all see what I see? I'm just now noticing this. I blew it up for a reason. Y'all look at her face. Look at the bottom half of her face. It's just, this is so like filtered. Like the bottom half of her chin. Like there's not like a straight, smooth line going across. It looks very photoshoppy. What is going on here? What filter is this? Oh, that is so bad. So bad.
I know you guys think I look happier here. You can be general of drain rats. Attack! Pennington's bees. Newly married couple advice. Oh, I'm not good with advice. We did do a lot of outings, Robin, though. I mean, we did on our couples channel. Vanessa, did you? I like being married, but I wish. What about the journal quote? I wish I had a different husband. Aw. It still looks a little loose. Yeah, I don't know. Life has gone on for us, you know? So, of course, I want to be together. Because when we are together, we have a lot of fun. We have, like, you know.
No, you do. What? What do you mean you have a lot of fun with him? He doesn't. You guys didn't do anything. You didn't go anywhere. He didn't spend any time around you. Chantal, you really need to stop trying to sell this idea, this story to us. Where life is so much fun with Salah and he loves you so much. Nobody's buying that story. I don't care if you wrote that book and you put it on the shelf and you said, here, free, take a copy. Nobody's going to take a copy and read it and believe it. because every single time you two have done a vlog or a video together, the story is right there in front of us, telling on you. You got two people who came together for a business arrangement. You are the employer, he was the employee. There was some sort of arrangement between the two of you, and it didn't go any deeper than that.
That's also why I don't like to go out. We like to just stay at home and be with each other. Like,
He doesn't want to be with you. You don't even like your own company. Why would he be enjoying your company?
you know, you know, um, doing like whatever, So that's what we like to do. It's really fun. There's always something to do around the house. Like I find that like because I'm so bad at like housekeeping that when I really try, like when I'm there, I try more, like I don't know. I feel like I have this role, this duty to take care of my home and my family and you know, it's just time consuming. You wake up, go tend to the pets. They're first because they just here, let me give you a typical like day, okay, when I'm not doing anything. Like this is, So um Salah usually like wakes me up because he's very energetic in the morning. And then I get up and then I go and tend to the pets because the pets like, they're waiting.
You know what, Chantal? You're in Canada right now. And if Salah is back at the apartment taking care of Harry and Julia, and he's probably doing a much better job than obviously you could because your lack of mobility. But you're in Canada right now. And the weather is perfect for you. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's not snowing. While you're in Canada, you could start to build up your stamina and go on walks and do things. And maybe lose a little bit of weight before you get back on the plane. Because when you get back over to Kuwait, if that happens, you're not going to go outside when it gets too hot.
Julia, as soon as she hears my CPAP snit like shut off, boom, she's at my feet, jumps on the bed. So then I give her butchers, top up her water give her fresh water, and then I make like a little snack for Howie, whatever we have, carrots, apple, lettuce, whatever we have, a peanut. So I bring that to him. Oh, you my big boy! And then, okay, I have to sweep in Harry's room, and I lump that in with doing the floors, and like when I really want something, I really set out to do it. I always usually do. So when it comes to weight loss, it's like, I don't know, maybe like I said, just love food too much still.
Well, you got an issue with food and yet you won't go to treatment for it. You just want to talk about the problem versus treat the problem.
But I don't know. I don't think Salah's in the chat. You were indoors before you even met Salah. People act like you were on hiking each day. Hi, Colleen. Yeah, yeah. Only someone can see me. How do you know he didn't, Brenda? Maybe he did fight for me to stay. I'm not like, you guys are like fishing for personal information. The next headliner on reaction channels would be, oh, he didn't beg her to stay, or, she's giving up their personal information. Salah does love her. I can see it. And I love him a lot.
That was interesting. Did y'all notice what I just noticed? So she's saying, oh, Salah loves me a lot, but she didn't look directly at the camera when she said that. She's not looking at the camera. She's looking everywhere else. She's being deceptive, of course.
Yeah, according to them, they're always like, she's broke, she's too fat, she's too ugly, he won't love her, it's just using her. Well, I have nothing.
Well, like no lies detected. No lies detected, because if he loved you, Chantal, he wouldn't be depending on your money. What happened to what you told us long ago? Oh, he's got money. I could quit YouTube and stop doing videos as soon as I move over there and we get married. What happened to that? What happened to he's a successful businessman? He's got money. You talked him up so much that when we finally saw his place, and there's nothing wrong with being a single guy living in a small apartment. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hey, you guys see what this is? I'm not shaming anybody for their living dwelling, but Chantal did talk up Salah and say, oh, she painted a certain picture of him. And then we saw the real picture, and the real picture and the painted picture that she gave us did not match at all. And then came the further clues that something was afoot. Like, she was the one buying him gifts. She was buying, the new Apple iPhone for him. She was buying him all kinds of stuff. He never bought her anything. She just had a birthday, a major milestone birthday. Where were her gifts from Salah, like the gold and whatnot? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She's been paying for him this whole time.
To use, like, I'm, if I'm all those things, what the heck? Too dangerous to fly over Middle East. Yeah, I know, but I can't. I don't know. Yeah, he needs a passport to go to Thailand. He has one. She would be safe in Kuwait. Yeah, I would be. Yeah, true, me. Yeah, exactly. An agenda. Hey, Comic Book. Like, you guys, you don't know, like, it's not all just the Middle East.
Oh, by the way, y'all, something I've noticed with her live chat, because I was watching a little bit of it, it seems like two of her old mods have come back. So Plain Cheeseburger has made an appearance, and so has Sofa King. I'm not quite sure where Ashley Lamborghini is, but 2/3 of the Hyena pack are back. That's okay. Unholy Trinity, you're still blocked on my channel, and F you. Couldn't stay away, could you? You couldn't stay away from Chantal.
You guys really don't, I don't know. Granted, it is close to the area, but I don't know.
And for those wondering what's my hatred for the Unholy Trinity, they've come over here on my channel and just, like they got in my live chats and was talking a bunch of mess. That's why they're blocked, because they're just obnoxiously rude. They can stay on Chantal's side of the fence if they want to. They won't be coming over here.
Here with Salah, my pet. Yeah. You like plane rides? Hi, Alexis. Well, just because there's not a lot of people, I don't like when there's a lot of people around. Because then you guys yell at me for filming the people. So, I love seeing you back in your element, playing hide and seek. Kuwait and Canada to become one big mega country. Yalla.
I'm telling you, Salah, you're all up in the chat tonight. What you should have been doing is packing up that house and getting gone, sir. You got time. If you don't take this week before she gets back and pack up the house and disappear, and she comes back and you got to deal with her again, I don't want to hear any complaints about whatever misery she puts you through, because you set yourself up for that.
You're very.
One day you just might learn. Sometimes the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Some people just aren't worth dealing with. It's too much trouble. Whatever money they throw at you, it's not going to be enough for all of the turmoil they bring into your life.
Only person? No. Sandwich? No, I'm kidding. Mr. Puff Snow, is it good? Should I get some? The cost of living is probably way better in Kuwait, though. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing for sure. I was pretty comfortable there, you know. So I really shouldn't take on more responsibilities here. Kuwait has the tea page. I would say cry because that's sad. No, I don't know. That's sad. Hi, Blondie Barso. Oh, sorry. Hi. Pops is okay. The live shrimps, would you eat them again? Mm-mm.
You know, guys, like we've got like 22 minutes left in this live. I'm gonna scan quickly through. I'm falling asleep. She's getting boring. It's like, Chantal, why do you come live and then you have nothing to say? I mean, seriously, if you got nothing to say, just set up your camera and show like a lake or a field or something with like bird ambiance and make money that way. It would be more peaceful than this.
No, they don't taste gross. It's just that they freak. You're eating like everything, the antenna, like the long antenna. It like tickles your lips. Ew! I want to crawl inside. Miss the piano.
Oh no. Somebody in the chat's like, so you don't want to share the store where you got that wonder bra? I'm telling you, I've been on the hunt for a good bra. I don't think it's a wonder bra. I think it's just a bra that the band is too tight, the cups are way too big for Chantal, and the cups are sitting if her flush is here, the cup is here, and it's making the shirt sit abnormally high. I honestly think that's it.
Echo, I think I got it at Pennington's. Thanks, Sofa King. Yeah, I'm all right.
There he is. There's Sofa King. Where are you, Plain Cheeseburger? I know you're in the chat somewhere.
They don't even have Nashies anymore. Emma Peel, I don't know. You would love to see more Kuwait? No, do like maybe 2-3 hours if you want, babe. Can you show us I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like an old souk or something, no? Or you prefer the beaches? 6 bags of IV stuff. I know. They're like, okay, we're gonna give you more fluids. I was like,
And that is interesting that Sofa King is back. Sofa King and Plain Cheeseburger were her OG mods, along with Ashley Lamborghini. And it's interesting that they're back, but Chantal's not modding them.
they thought I had ketoacidosis at first or something. Because they were mentioning it, I think. I think they thought I had that because they were asking me about it.
Up, and there's Plain Cheeseburger right there. So that's 2 of the 3 unholy trinity. Where's the third one? I know she's got to be around there somewhere.
Hi, Gloria. But I was definitely sick, just the flu. Plain cheeseburger and Sofa King here. I can do one for beaches, one for old markets, and so on.
And her reaction to the two of them is just strange. Because again, those were her OG mods. So if someone and you kind of miss your OG mods, wouldn't you get excited for them walking in the room the first time? Like, oh my God, I miss you so much. You know, because they were around before Salah. So she's kind of acting like she's spoken to them before. Like it's not a big surprise to her. Weird.
Okay. Yeah, Meep, it definitely did. Please stay on for a while. Oh yeah, Passion Tim is back. It's a reunion. Ketoacidosis. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Hi, Edge.
Yes, you do. You're a diabetic. You should know what ketoacidosis is. Do I have to look it up for you? Do I have to educate you? It's a very serious condition. I got booger on my lap. I don't know if I can type on my keyboard with her on my lap, and she doesn't want to move. Y'all, give me a second. Sorry, like I have my keyboard balanced on my leg and my cat. Okay, diabetic ketoacidosis (DKA) is a life-threatening problem that affects people with diabetes. It occurs when the body starts breaking down fat at a rate that is much too fast. The liver processes the fat into a fuel called ketones, which causes the blood to, and then it just cut off. Let's see, symptoms of diabetic ketoacidosis. Signs and symptoms often develop quickly, sometimes within 24 hours. For some, these signs and symptoms may be the first indication of having diabetes. You may notice excessive thirst, frequent urination, nausea and vomiting, stomach cramps? And let's see. I'm trying to find a page with more information because I'm just getting little snippets in the search. Diabetic ketoacidosis is a serious complication of diabetes. The condition develops when the body can't produce enough insulin. Insulin plays a key role in helping sugar, a major source of energy for muscles and other tissues, enter cells in the body. Without enough insulin, the body begins to break down fat as fuel. This causes a buildup of acids in the bloodstream called ketones. If it's left untreated, the buildup can lead to a diabetic ketoacidosis. If you have diabetes or you're at the risk of diabetes, learn the warning signs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so symptoms of diabetic ketoacidosis, being very thirsty, frequent urination, feeling a need to throw up and throwing up, having stomach pain, being weak and tired, being short of breath, having fruity scented breath, being confused. More certain signs of diabetic ketoacidosis, which can show up in home blood and urine tests, include high blood sugar level, high ketone levels in urine. So this sounds quite serious from what I gather. Very, very, very serious. So she's like, I don't know what that is. We'll take you all of 2 seconds to find out, Chantal.
Cheers. Okay, we need dessert, like yesterday.
No, you don't. You're a diabetic. You don't need dessert.
What can I get?
Nothing. You should get nothing.
Potato corner? I'm just parked plain cheeseburgers.
Do y'all see what's going on in the chat? Do y'all see it? If you haven't and you can't, let me point it out for you. Remember what I said about people being in our own chat that are of the feedy variety? So here's one. Jessica Is it Bowie saying, get some Lakmas? Why would anybody suggest to somebody like Chantal to get Lakmas? And then this other person, Hissy Fit, says, banana pudding and angel food cake slaps. Well, I'm sure it does, but why would you talk about food with a food addict, Hissy? Is that the thing you should do? Would you walk up to somebody who's an alcoholic and start talking about alcohol, knowing that's going to trigger them? No, then don't do it to a food addict, fool. Some of you people over there, you astound me. The ones that you swear you care about Chantal, you care about her so much, but then you turn around and you deliberately trigger her and you make her think about food. She doesn't need any help, by the way. You know, she's hyper fixated on food. She doesn't need people pushing her in that direction. She pushes herself. Miss Goody says Swiss Chalet has cheesecake. Again, you freaking people talking about food with her. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? There's something wrong with you. If something happens to Chantal, look, her health is her responsibility. She's got to take control. She's got to grab the steering wheel and steer the car. But you idiots in her chat, putting that toxic fuel in her gas tank so that she can run into a wall for your amusement, you should stop. It is effed up to basically gas up an addict so they will indulge more in their addiction, whatever that addiction may be. If you care about Chantal, you won't be gassing her up. You won't be talking about food. I don't care if she talks about it. Stay away from it. It's effed up to trigger somebody with their addiction. You care about them, you won't do that. Period. I mean, I don't like Chantal. I think she's disgusting. I think she's horrible. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you got someone in front of you that's an addict, you should not be purposely poking at them to indulge in their addiction. That is just so messed up.
Lakmas.
Ow, booger. Come here.
No, I don't think I'm going to get Lakmas. Okay, you guys are going on the seat, okay? And then I got to go. Okay? Just wait here.
Okay, so she did this, you know, she put people down in the seat. And you guys can see I'm doing like the thing. So like 7 minutes, you saw nothing but the ceiling. And she swore she was going to go to the bathroom, and you can see what she's doing. She went to go get an ice cream cone. Like, that's the thing you should be doing as a diabetic. And we're not going to watch that. We're going to cut it off here. I'm not indulging in her just having a B moment or a moment with herself. So we'll just cut it off here, okay? We'll just call it a day for that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to check out the other lives she did and try to catch up on that. And I'll see you guys later. So until the next time, I'll see you then. Bye now.